It's a cosmic reset day. What are you doing with it? What's the advice that's going to come through with the tarot from Spirit to help us navigate Mars moving into Taurus and Venus moving into Cancer? Both happening today. Mars and Venus going in different places, making a big reset. Let's have a little look at it. So grab yourself a cup of tea, cup of coffee, put your feet up, get yourself comfy. It's tea and tarot time with Julie. Let's have a little look what's going on, my beautiful people. And as you probably know, I am not an astrologer. I have to look this stuff up like everybody else, but I want to share it with you. So I've got some notes, which I'm just going to have a little look at and share with you. Okay, so 18th of May, that's today. Okay, Mars is entering Taurus. Mars is this is a very big shift. All right, it's going to be there till the end of June. So this is looking at this. What are you primarily looking at with this? Ambitious, action orientated Mars moves into grounded, steadfast Taurus, right? So it shifts the energy collectively away from kind of impulsive rushes and towards more practical building, financial discipline, and Venus moving into Cancer. Venus, the planet of love, of values, of comfort, moving into soft and squidgy Cancer, which is all about family and emotions and connections. So let's have a little look what we're going to find out. We also have this week Gemini season beginning, and we've got a big Kazemi. I'm going to be doing a separate video on that for midweek and the end of the week, so look out for those. All right, so let's find out, what is this actually about then? This day today, the great pivot, right? We are acknowledging this shift and we're looking at how is it going to impact us? What is the context of Mars entering Taurus? So basically, it's about slowing us down. I did a video on Friday about sort of stop, pause, take a rest, smell the roses before we start shifting. So, right, this is about moving us towards a more stable financial kind of footing, that what we're building long term. What am I building that will actually last? Make sense? Okay, let's have a look then. Let's bring out the cards and let's have a look see. All right, I'm going to be using the Tarot of Dreams. All the cards I used are linked below. Well, most of them are. I haven't put the new ones on there yet. Along with my book, if you want to pre-order my From Hoping to Having book, the link is below. All righty. So what is this big shift? Okay. So how is it impacting us? We got the Six of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Wands. I want to pause there for a little minute. Okay. Let's chat then. All right. What is this cosmic reset for us about? The Six of Cups for me is about family, connections, people we grew up with, people we've known a long time. It's also for me a card of the soul. It's the card of what does my soul want? What is the yearning within me? The deeper connected, I love other souls. I want to connect with other souls. And what does my own soul want? Where is my own soul path in this? Who and what is important to me going forward? We are in this reset, right? We're going to have lots of these different kind of planetary shifts going on this year, but you know, the next 6 weeks there's a lot going on, but all in a very good way. It's about cracking everything open, isn't it? So for us to be able to look with this Six of Cups, what does my deeper self want? I always see the Six of Cups as a very strong kind of Cancer card, Venus card, soul card, what's important. And this Nine of Cups, very much my hopes, my wishes, my dreams. And this energy today is about what am I building for the future that is important to me. And what's important here is recognizing your own soul, your own sense of nurturing, nourishment. What do you need, my beautiful people? What is going to activate your heart space into loving life a little bit more? Remembering that Venus is the planet of love and value and beauty. So, what is beautiful in your life? What is beautiful for you? Is it connections, relationships, your environment, your health, your energy? What is important? Because the Nine of Cups is saying, I have a dream, I have a goal, I have a wish, and I want that to touch me deeply in my core, in my inner being. And I want to move towards something that feels more nourishing and less like hard, bloody work, frankly. Okay. So Nine of Wands is saying it's been hard and heavy. So what is it for you? What has been hard and heavy? Is it about the money? Is it about my life is not very beautiful or not very comfortable and there's not really much depth or value in it? Is that what is hard? Or is it all around the finances? Because Mars moving into Taurus is making us really look at what is going to be grounded and stable and secure and long lasting for your finances. So where is it hard and heavy? And what can we do about it? So let's get some advice. Let's find out what spirit want to say, or the universe want to say. Most people say spirit. I tend to sort of feel universal consciousness, source, whatever floats your boat. Okay. All right, let's find out some more. What's the guidance? Tell me, I want to know more about Mars a little bit here as well. Okay, so we've got the Lovers, number 6. We've got the Five of Swords, conflict. We've got the Five of Cups. All right, so this is the universe saying, make a choice, make a decision. All right. You choose, you're in charge, right? Nothing has to happen to you. It can happen for you. So let's look at this then. All right. These two fives, these are quite challenging cards, quite uncomfortable cards. The Five of Cups, where I felt sad, let down, full of regrets, where I'm upset, where I'm emotionally off balance, off kilter. And that Five of Swords, the conflict, the mental anguish, the mental overthinking, the shall I, shan't I don't know, what's best for me, what would work now, what would be better in the future. With it coming out with the Lovers, the Lovers is a card of decisions, making a decision. Right. Shall I, shan't I, should I, shouldn't I? All of that. Right. So what is this about? So when we pull it together, let's come back down here. We need to understand the picture that we're being shown here, all right? Because it's a little bit, the way I read tarot intuitively is a little bit like a story unfolding, right? Each card is not, it's relevant within itself, yes, but it's when we pull it together that the story unfolds. So we ask the question about what am I resetting, what's important, and the purpose of this shift of Mars and Venus is about looking at where I am grounded and stable and where my life is beautiful and full of value and full of heart center energy. So that is what that Six of Cups is about. What's really valuable to me? What are my goals? What is hard work? Right. So Spirit is saying this is what's hard work. Where there is conflict, where there is emotional unfulfillment, emotional letdown, emotional isolation or loneliness, whatever it is that's creating this for you, this Five of Cups, this Five of Swords, mental anguish, this is the time that we're making a decision to say, right, I'm going to use and utilize this energy of Mars. Mars is action, all right, and this a male energy, this action orientated, I can do it, determined, focused. Ooh, we got it. We can sort it. We're using that power of Mars coupled with the softness, the intuitiveness, the heart value, loving energy of Venus to really look at where is the conflict, where is the upset, what can I do about it, what am I building? Because that's the question, isn't it? What am I building? If I don't know, the universe sure as hell don't know, right? So I have to get clear. Right? This is what I write about in my From Hoping to Having books, getting clear on what is important to you. Why is it important? Why does it matter? What isn't working? Why isn't it working? Because most of the time we're so busy on this merry-go-round of life, we haven't got time to stop and smell the roses. We haven't got time to stop and really evaluate what's going on. Why is that going on? What do I need to do about it? So this is the time that we want to really step into it. So even though this energy is hitting today, on the 18th of May, this Mars in Taurus is going on till the end of June. So over the next 6 weeks, we're really looking at what am I building for the future? What's truly important to me? And where does it feel that I'm arguing with myself? Well, I'd like to do this, but I can't. And that's impossible. And these are the blocks, aren't they? And we look at it honestly, not in terms of self-pity and woe is me, but we look at where is my life unfulfilled? Where is Venus in that Cancer, which is family, which is it's the heart stuff, isn't it? Right? Do I have those connections? Can I get them? Do I want them? If what about me in this? Right? Now, that's not narcissism or selfishness. It's about recognizing when the emotions are not fully allowed to be in the fullest expression. I'm listening to their words, the fullest expression of the heart-centered self, because the soul knows love and knows connections, but very often the human part of us kind of has withdrawn. So this is the time, because these two are coming together, right? The Five of Cups is under the Nine of Wands. This is what's been hard and heavy, battle weary soldier, right? Is this for you about the financial side, that Mars in Taurus, or is this for you the emotional side, the Venus in Cancer? Is it both? Because they're both hitting today. So we're being asked to look at it, and then we can sort it. So how do we sort it? Let's find out. How can we focus on what is important? Right? I was just asking them, what's the question I'm asking here? How do you kind of know what's important? And the answer is shine the light on it. The sun is coming here. All right. We live. Let's just get these out. Okay. Thank you. Well, that's nice. That's nice. All right. So we live, as I said, on the merry-go-round. We haven't got time to really stop and look at things. So this is the time we want to do just that. How do we tackle this is the question I was asking, and the answer is the sun. So what is the sun? It is the warmth, it is the light, it is shining the light on it. It is allowing things to be seen. It's allowing things to come up to the surface, to be recognized, not to be dismissed, not to be pushed to one side, not to be, I'll look at it later and procrastinate. It's like, no, let's look at it now. Let's make decisions now. Now, that doesn't mean to say that you need to take necessarily practical action today. It's more about the realization today. When you are not just today, over the next 6 weeks, okay? When we are just bumbling along through life like we do, because life's busy and chaotic and I haven't got time, then nothing's going to change because we're not looking at it. So the sun is saying, use this time with Mars in Taurus over the next 6 weeks to shine a light on what is stable, what is secure, the finances, shining a light on it. With Venus moving into Cancer, shine a light on where's the love, where's the connections, where's the beauty, where's the value in my life. Shine a light on it. Not so you can sit there and go, oh my God, my life's a disaster, it's the end of the world, but so that you can say, there's a bit of a gap there. What can I do to fill it? Or there's a bit of disturbance there. What can I do to smooth it? So awareness is key, isn't it? So the sun is saying, let's be aware. Let's find some time to sit and look. And that might be you write it down, you journal, you make some notes, you come up with a vision board, you start planning for the future, because all of that is happening. I did a video on Friday about this, all right? That we are really looking at, where am I going? What do I want? How am I getting there? What's important? Shining a light on it. So at this stage, you might just be becoming aware, all right? Awareness is key. We can't do anything without awareness. Once we've got that awareness, then we can start taking some action steps, right? So we've got the Knight of Wands, which is the action card. He's the action man of the deck, right? What am I doing? So first of all, we're getting clear, shining the light. And so what do I want? Why do I want it? What's important? What's not? Right? This awareness is key. It's massive. And so it's interesting with everything that's going on this week. And I'll talk about that more on Friday. But when we are truly aware of our nervous system, what's important to us, what throws us off and why, then we can start moving our life into more streamlined, more smooth, more aware. That's what's going on, and it's so important. Okay, so if you've got, they're giving me an example of friendship that is draining for you, rather than just dismissing it, it's looking at it and saying, what could I do about that? Maybe I need to spend less time in it. Maybe I need to explain to the person why it's draining for me and see if we can make it less draining. If this is about work, perhaps I'm doing too many hours and I'm just saying yes to everything because I'm too scared to say no. But I need to make some changes because it's under that Five of Swords, that conflict. So what am I doing? I'm making some plans here and taking some action steps, not necessarily today, but over the next 6 weeks. Allow it, work with the energy. You see, for me, and as you know, I'm not an astrologer. For me, it's not about being ruled by, oh, this planet says we've got to do this today. But it is about being aware of the energy going on upstairs in the cosmos to say, okay, this might be a really good time to do this because that energy is very highlighting it or very supportive of it. And so I don't have to do it right now, but this may be an easier time because of that energy from Mars and from Venus to be able to look at these things now. Don't have to, I might look at it next year, but then I might find it a little bit harder to get to the detail of it, because Friday we've got Kazemi, which is all about the highlight on the sun. We really start to see things clearly. And so basically what it means is that this is a very good time to dive deep, to look clearly, to not brush it off anymore, and to start making some plans. Because when we look at this middle row, the Nine of Cups, that's the goal, the wish, the dream, the conflict, and then we're taking action on it. So what am I arguing about? This is generally with yourself, by the way. The Five of Swords is your internal conflict. It's your head saying, oh, well, that won't work, or that's impossible, or I shouldn't. But the Lover's next to it, which is making a choice, making a decision from the heart, from the soul, from a place of light with the sun underneath it. Do you see the way the story unfolds when we pull it together? That this is the soul, what's beautiful, what's connected, making a decision, shining a light on it so I can choose from the heart, from a place of light. You see, we can make decisions from fear and lack and desperation, or we can make decisions from the heart, the soul, because it feels good, it feels right, because my inner being is just guiding me towards that. And they're very different outcomes. And when we come from a place of fear, we generally create more problems, more fear. When we come from a place of light and love, we create more light and love, the good stuff. And that's what we're wanting. So this flow with these cards, we're seeing this row here, this first row, What is important to me in terms of my beauty, the decisions from the light. I'm looking at my goals, my wishes, my dreams. I'm looking at where it's tight and tense and I'm arguing with myself and I'm taking action because it's been hard, it's been heavy, it's been disappointing. I have some regrets, I have some sadness, and it's rooted down with the King of Coins, which is the money card, the security card, the stability card. This is Mars in Taurus. This is the Taurus card, the King of Coins. So this is about what is grounded, stable, safe, and secure. What has been nothing but disappointments and difficulties. What has been nothing but hard and heavy. Now we're moving into this space of, right, we're going to be able to pull these two energies together of Mars and Venus, that I want that determined action in a very grounded, stable, secure way going forward in Taurus, but I also want it to be beautiful and valuable, all right, in from the heart and not just monetarily. But Venus is also about money. All right, so we've got this double energy here about let's have a look at the money, at the security, at the stability. And you know, this isn't always about having more. You know, I'm huge advocate for go for more. You don't have to play small, you don't have to live small. There's limitless abundance available to us. Absolutely. You'll hear me teach that over and over and over. But it's not always about this isn't enough and I need more in order to be happy. It can often be, I'm really happy with what I've got, and I'm this constant searching for bigger, better, brighter isn't necessarily that good for me because it constantly is saying what I have isn't enough, which makes me go back into the lack energy. So it's finding that balance between saying, yes, I'd love to have more. Great, thanks very much. Bring it on. I'm open to that. That's lovely. But equally to say, can I feel whole and complete and satisfied with what I currently have? It's not always about wanting more, it's often about needing less. You know, is that big, better, shiny thing going to make me happier? Or is it just going to give me more things to worry about? What is it that I truly want? This is what this is about. And there's no right or wrong answer. It's about this evaluation with the sun. It's about figuring it out and saying, do you know what? Maybe I don't want the mansion. Maybe I want a little cottage on a hill with beautiful views. Maybe. What is it that I want? But whatever it is, it's about it being lasting, it being stable, it being secure, it being grounded. That's what we want. So let's find out how we get it. So we've come a long way in this story so far. Let's find out a little bit more. So what's the question you want me to ask, please? Okay. So we've understood all of this. We know what we're focusing on. We know the action we're taking. We're figuring it out. Right. So then what's the next steps? What's the next steps, please, for the collective? What's the next steps? We allow the endings. Okay, we get some assistance. We've got the Ace of Coins, the King of Cups, the King of Swords. We've got Death. Wow. Okay. This is a lot. So are we going to allow the end of the old? Because that's the scary bit, isn't it? It's like, yes, I want to make these changes, but that means that I need to end this or transition that or transform this. And that can feel a little bit like, ooh, okay. So let's embrace that. Let's surrender into it. I am allowing, not forcing, not making. I have to make this change. No, you don't. You don't have to do anything. Forcing things doesn't work anyway. We want to be more in the Hanged Man surrender, allowing energy to allow what needs to transition and end to end. Now, how do we do that? We're going to use the King of Swords. This is intellectual clarity. King of Swords is an expert in his field. It's clarity. There are times we want to use the emotion. We've got the King of Cups coming next, right? But before we get to the emotion, we want to first of all work out the logic of it. So the King of Swords is all about the clarity, the intelligence, the intellectual. It's like, let's figure it out. Let's find out. Let's really sit down and say, does this work for me on a logical, practical level? Because he's very clinical, right? Now, there are times, yeah, okay, they're saying they want you to do both. That's why both of these cards have come out, the King of Cups. The King of Cups is the opposite. It's all about how he feels about everything. It's all about the heart. So we're going to use both, all right? We are going to use both. Now, notice they're both kings, right? The king is powerful. The king is in charge. The king isn't waiting for somebody else to fix it for him. Well, he might do because he's got his little minions. You can certainly ask the universe for help, and you might want to reach out and ask an expert for help. But this is about you using and utilizing your own sense of intelligence and logic about what is right for you, because you're the one living your life. You're the one knows what's off, what's out, what wants to be improved, what wants to be easier, more in the flow, more harmonious. You know, it's your world and your life. You are the one walking it. So I want you to bring into being, yeah, okay, bring into being, they're saying, your sense of ownership of your world, your life, your path, your future. I own it. This is my world and life. I am using my power of the king from the heart and from the intellect, the logic, it makes sense to me and it feels right. And I'm allowing, with that death card, what needs to go to go. What needs to transition out, because this new beginning is here. I love the fact that we've got the King of Coins and the Ace of Coins coming out here in this reading, because the emphasis on this shift today of Taurus going in, of Mars going into Taurus, is money, security, stability. And Venus going into Cancer is about beauty and connections. So we want that stability. We want the King of Coins. We've got 3 kings out now, right? So we've really in this power to transform, transcend, shift, and change what is affecting, impacting detrimentally your security and stability, because you're ready for something new. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean this is a new job or a new contract or a new business. It might be for some of you, absolutely. And if you are on a path towards that, this is a very good time for that to happen, right? But this can be also just having a greater sense of security financially and emotionally within yourself. That life doesn't have to be such hard work, that it can flow with grace. But this is, I'm just listening to them. This is a time, the great awakening that has already started, that will continue to awaken and crack open more and more over the coming years. We are in this time of the great awakening, and none of that can happen fully without your own sense of self and what is important to you also awakening. And that is what this planetary shift is creating for all of us at the moment. This awakening to your own sense of security and stability. Okay, right, I want to get some more. Where are we going? All right, we're going to have one of these, Work Your Light, and then we're going to have a Lightworker Oracle as well. Message for the collective. Okay, we have dragons. Okay, I don't know this deck. Or is this the Golden Future? Yeah, this is the Golden Future deck. I beg your pardon. Okay, number 29. Send dragons to heal the world. I want you to heal yourself before you start healing the world. Heal your own finances, your own world and life. And as you do, and you come into greater light, then you share that out. This beautiful energy. I want to read this actually. Oh, I never do that on this channel. This is a new deck. It's the Golden Future by Diana Cooper. Okay, let's have a look at dragons, please. Number 29. Okay. Ready? All right. In the golden future, dragons will regain their rightful position in the consciousness of humanity. They will be recognized as wise beings, healers, and guardians of the ancient wisdom held in the land. These winged beings are of the angelic realms, though they work on different frequency bands from angels and unicorns. They have served valiantly since the birth of Earth to cleanse and protect our planet. So the guidance. This card reminds you that dragons are incredibly important for the future of our planet and for you as an individual. Once you connect with your personal dragon, it is totally loyal to you and loves you completely. Ask it to protect you and clear your path each day. This is also a call to service. Dragons cannot act without your direction because of free will. So send earth dragons to clear ley lines so that they flow with light. Ask fire dragons to burn up and transmute anything no longer needed. That's what this reading's about, isn't it? What don't we need? What can go? Direct air dragons to blow away the past and blast minds open to enlightenment. Ask water dragons to keep Christ light flowing wherever it is needed. Lord Abraham, an aspect of El Moira, is a great dragon master. If you wish to connect more with dragons, ask him to guide you. Okay. All right. So the dragons, which are the fire element of burning off what needs to go. Work with the dragons if that resonates for you. Okay. Right. What else do I want? I want one of these. This is the Lightworker Oracle. Let me bring it down here so you can see. Okay. All right. Message for the collective about this shift. Okay. We're having both of those, are we? Yes, we are. All right. We have got the Pink Rose of Lady Nada and Initiation by Air. All right, this release card, right? This is the same artist. What's he called? As the angel cards that I use. All right. I can't. Mario Dugue, right, is the artist on these cards, which is why I think on Friday's reading I pulled two different decks. It was the same picture. It's because it's the same artist, right? Initiation by Air. I always feel this is about releasing, letting go. You know, you can feel the energy coming off. Surrender as well. Remember, we were talking about the surrender. Surrender it to the universe. That death card of what needs to go, I allow to go. I don't fight it. I surrender to it. So we're letting go of what needs to go because we are opening up to this great reset right now. Okay. Now I want an angel card and I think that's it. This is the Oracle of the Angels that I use every week to finish off a reading. Okay. And we have awareness. Now, see, I love this because this is all about the planetary shift this week. And this card is the planets all moving around. It's a number 15, which is a 6. We started with the 6 of Cups, the soul card. We're allowing that shift to really come into the heart in a deeper way, in a deeper... I'm just feeling like a poke and a prod into the heart. So I want you to allow that to come into your awareness, okay? All right, my beautiful collective, that is what I have for you for this great reset of Mars and Venus shifting. It's going to be impacting quite strongly over the next 6 weeks. So utilize it, use it, and I hope this was helpful. Thank you for joining me. Have a beautiful day. See you soon. Lots of love. Bye-bye.